Hi. I wanted to talk about December. It's been a really tough month, and now that I'm starting to talk about it, I don't even really know where to begin. I thought I would end off with drawing a few cards, but as I took them out, a card popped out from Cara Elizabeth's Animal Apothecary, and it's the Vulture, Immense Growth. And I just looked at the first page of the Vulture, or the first sentence, and it was: Vulture comes to speak to us about the wisdom of the sacredness of suffering. And I think that pretty much sums up December in a way. I'm normally pretty tired, but I've been extremely tired all of December. Then I found out I was sick with something more than what I usually am. And I got medicine to deal with that. And then I got an allergic reaction, probably to the medication. And I've had rashes all over my body and in my face. And in the end of November, I had 2 days with some energy, and I thought that things were getting better. I still think they are. It just wasn't happening as soon as I had hoped. And I'm sorry, I'm gonna take my hair out because every time I look, it's annoying me. Yeah. Vanity. But for the last 5 years, December has been kind of tough for me, and I'm thinking it's tough for others as well, for various reasons. And if you've been strong and holding steady up until this point, when you see this video, no, it's okay to let yourself cry, to feel it, because it is tough. And it's okay to feel it. It's okay not to be okay. And I believe there is a whole a lot of growth in this, through this process. I've grown a lot. Just tired. Physically, mentally. I'm exhausted. And I believe it's gonna get better, and I also know that this month has shown me how far I've come. Because I don't think I would have survived this December if it had happened last year. So it says a lot about immense growth through suffering. I'm gonna pause this because my nose is running a lot. And I'm back. There's a card under the vulture. It's nourish the shadows. And well, I think it fits pretty well with growing through suffering. That, well, I have tended to my shadows in the last month. I've been sitting with the sides of me that I would like to just run from. And feel like this is also like licking your wounds. Just taking care of me. I've been canceling almost everything I should, even though it wasn't much to begin with. There's also, well, there's a circle on both, and it's, to me, kind of feeling like we're coming full circle. And some deep wounds, and the lack of watering ourselves and our shadow parts. And well, when I pulled this one, Metamorphosis was at the bottom of the deck, and it's the caterpillar that becomes a butterfly. Again, a circle. And I feel like those are mountains that have been climbed, or layers or times been in the cocoon, even though I think it's probably more than 4 times. If you're resonating with me, I feel like I've been in the cocoon and then out to be a butterfly, to go back to be the caterpillar in the cocoon. To me, the caterpillar in the cocoon is kind of like the hermit. Yeah. But look at that butterfly. Look how pretty it is. It's coming. Sometimes we're just in the cocoon, in the dark. kind of wanted to read into the a bit of the energy for 2025, even though right now I don't even really want to see. I don't know, I think I'm scared. I have hope, but I'm also scared right now. Scared that next year I will sit here and feel like I have the body of a 100-year-old, not being able to do normal stuff. But I know that's also because it's been a hard month, and I was recently reminded that I have done a lot this year, and I started making videos here, and now I've made 50 videos, at least on YouTube. And there are people watching, and it seemed like you also get something out of it, which makes me really happy that I can contribute with something, even though I rarely go out into the world. And I've learned to take care of myself on a whole other level, to trust myself, to be safe in my own body, to have fun and laugh and feel joy. Also feeling a lot of sadness, but being able to feel both. To be able to believe again. And I've painted so much. I don't think I've painted this much ever in a year. And don't remember exactly when, but I think it was this summer that I thought, I'm gonna make it happen. I'm gonna make an exhibition at some point, and that's still the plan. It's just a matter of when. I'm trying to embrace the flow, embrace divine timing, not try to push it or force it. Give myself the time I need, because it's probably more time than I would hope. Yeah, I'm thinking we're gonna start with the Lightseers Tarot, and then maybe a card or two from my deck. So what is the energy? Wait, oh, okay. Just what's the energy for 2025? What's the energy for 2025? The sun. I feel that's kind of all things bright. feel like it's kind of this nourishing the darkness, and then this becoming full on integrated to allow the light to trust that it's safe to feel it. It's dancing on the ground. Not being afraid of when it's gonna be over, or if it's gonna leave, or if the shadows will come back. It's just being in the present, and enjoying it. And let's see if there's this one. Anything else? Wait. I'm very indecisive today. And okay. Okay, that's the Hermit. And that kind of scares me, but I also think it might complement each other, because there's, to me, the Sun of being out in the open, being with others, sharing the light, and then there's coming back, nourishing yourself, because once the Hermit might have been kind of triggering and lonely, and to me it still is at times, because I don't really feel like I get to feel this much. It's like, feel this is coming and going like that, and then it's too much a long time. But when I get to also experience this, I can embrace this, and it's like she's sitting, I would say cuddling herself, but just holding herself, creating magic where she is. And I feel, to me, it's like you're gonna get better. It's gonna get better. But you're also gonna have a long time. And I think that's needed. Not just going and being all out and going, but coming back to yourself, relaxing, nurturing yourself, looking at your dreams. Are they still your dreams? Can you do something else to make it better for you? I think there's gonna be balance. And it isn't on the cards, but when I saw it in there, it's kind of like there's a pathway through these two, so it's like you can walk from each side, so you can shine your light out in the world, and you can take it back and just shine it on yourself. So you have this creation and co-creation with life, where there's more of a balance. I'm seeing 2 of Pentacles, and oh, I just saw the back of the deck, but in my mind I saw the 2 of Pentacles. I'll see if it pops up if I can find it, but to me that's kind of, there's an infinity sign around it in my mind, and there are 2 pentacles, and to me that's kind of like some kind of balance. Yeah, I don't even remember what the card is actually about, but that was what popped up to me. But yeah, then this came out, 10 of Cups, and it's about fulfillment and abundance. I think it's 10 of Pentacles as more of an abundance, but to me, fulfillment is abundance. So I guess this is also that. There's love and laughter and joy. And it all starts with you. Creating, being yourself, nourishing yourself, both in creating and in coming back to yourself, in going out and having conversations, co-creations, and going back, being alone, also creating, but also just looking inwards. I'm also thinking this as a co-creation process of the life you want with others and to yourself. And 4 of Swords popped out. It was under this one, and I feel like that's kind of like this one, the nourishing the shadows, because you nourished yourself, healed yourself, gone back to the childhood wounds, embraced yourself in it. You have been the parent that you needed growing up, and I think that our parents do the best they can, but we can't give something to someone else that we don't have ourselves. So when they aren't healed, they can't give us a healed version, which means we need to heal it, not to pass it on. And me, I'm very curious. So when I took the other cards, this one ended up at the bottom, and 6 of Wands, success. All of your endeavors, they're gonna pay off. You're gonna do great. You're already doing great, way better than you think you are. I think sometimes it's easier to see all the good that others do and forget what we have done. So I'm just gonna share something I did earlier today, and that was writing a list of all the good things I've accomplished in 2025, and most things aren't big and flashy, but I've gotten to learn myself, getting to know myself better, and I've started trusting myself again. I think that's a pretty big achievement, but it isn't something where I can go out and say, hey, I got a new job offer, or I actually got an internship. but somehow I downplay it in my mind because I've been too sick to go sometimes, and it has felt a lot. It has been overwhelming, to say the least, but it has also been amazing on some of my good days, feeling like I'm alive again. Yeah, you can hear it just by me talking about it that I'm still kind of downplaying it, but try to write it down, see how much pops up in your head. Maybe if you taking pictures throughout the year, that can help you look at the stuff. Maybe that's also gonna trigger you, because you'll see a lot of stuff that didn't go as you wanted, but I think you will find that there are a lot more that you have accomplished this year than you've given yourself credit for. Maybe you've had a tough conversation that you've never been able to have before. Maybe you set a boundary for yourself. Maybe this was the year you started to rest when you were tired. Maybe you were just a little bit kinder to yourself. I'm gonna pull one of my cards, and then I think that's gonna be it. And they're painted on the back of P.S. Krøyer playing cards. And I've laminated them because they were falling apart. But that also means that they are kind of shiny. I'm gonna take this one. And it says ground yourself. I've been pulling this card a lot this year, and it's been one of my least favorites. Yeah, can you see it without too much reflection? Yeah, ground yourself. So it's like this. And roots coming out of where you're sitting on the floor. So imagine roots getting into the ground. You really just grounding. Breathing in. Holding it out. In. Holding it out. We're gonna do one more. In. Hold. Out. It's funny because when I do that, I really feel like the lower part of my body just gets planted. Gets very heavy, and I feel this calmness inside. I started smiling because it felt nice to be inside my body. And I also felt a little silly because when this comes up, I feel like I have to sit down and meditate for so long to ground, but actually this grounds me. Just those 3 breaths. And if I wanted to, I could easily do 10. But I feel like when I lie down to meditate, I can meditate for quite a long time, and sometimes it turns into a nap. Because, well, yeah, there's a lot of tightness in the body, in my body. But it feels overwhelming sitting up sometimes. So I think that's one of the things. And to me, it's reminding myself that these little things, now I'm saying nourishing the shadow, and it isn't necessarily a shadow, even though when my whole body is like, nope, I don't want this card, then I'm thinking that there's some shadow aspects really needing me to actually ground. So the message for you, besides ground, and that it can be just taking 3 deep breaths to connect with yourself. It's doing the little things and try to do them more often instead of making it a whole big thing inside of your mind. Because I just realized that what made me so scared or feeling yucky about this card, it was just that I thought it had to take so much longer and something that I didn't have the energy for. But you can make it exactly what you want and need it to be. That's okay. You're doing these things for you. So try to go into the new year with kindness for yourself. Trying to maybe take your expectations for yourself down a notch or 2 or 15. Yeah, give yourself grace and know that you're already doing so much better than you think. And I believe in you. I believe it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be great.